Acknowledge it's the head of the table of YouTube channels, and I am the head of the table that runs it, the Golden One. You know it, I am Ricky Golden. And this right here, right now, is the channel that just happens to be different. It is the People's Wrestling Channel. And this right here is the 2022 All Out review. So first of all, a long pay-per-view, 15 matches, so it's absolutely long. So I'm gonna, this will be a long review, but I'm gonna kind of run through the matches kind of as quick as I can. Trying to put that on, but and while I'm doing this, check out that description. So it was 4 matches on the buy-in, and the first match was Sammy Guevara and Tay Melo taking on Ortiz and Ruby Soho for the Triple H Mixed Tag Team titles. This was okay. Really not much to say here. Ortiz and Ruby with so Sammy and Tay were doing like an interview. They were kissing, and Ortiz and Ruby did like letting off a horn on a golf cart, chased after Sammy, beat him up, threw him in the ring. Tay did jump onto Ruby. That was bad. Really not much else to say about this. Step 4, still champions, the winners, Sammy Guevara and Tay Melo. Okay, quickly moving on to the next one, which was the FTW title, Hook, 1-on-1 against Angelo Parker. This was all right. I've got no graphic for the winner, but this was an all right match. Really not much to say, mainly a squash match. Not really, that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to be out with the winner, still your champion, Hook. On to the next one, which was hang on here, which was, give me 1 second. 1 second. One second. Looks like I can't find the graphic, but it was Pac putting its All-Atlantic title on the line against Kip Sabian. This was an alright match. Great to see Kip Sabian back. But really not much else to say in this one. Pac retains here as I thought he would do. After the match, you had Orange Cassidy return and he came out. That was cool. Moving on to the 4th and final match on the buy-in. You want to say it was good that they had 4 matches in 1 hour. That was good. I'm not going to fault that. So it was, and I do believe I have a graphic for this, and it was indeed Eddie Kingston taking on Tomohiro Ishii. This was a hard-hitting match, very brutal. Some stiff shots. Both guys were shooting. Obviously, both guys are known for saying it to each other. A good match. I enjoyed it. But coming out with the victory, and I think a much needed win here, was the one and only Eddie Kingston. We then go rolling right into the main pay-per-view, right into the main show. And his first match on it was the Casino Ladder match. So it was Claudio Castagnoli, Roosh, Wheeler Yuta, Dante Martin, Penta El Zero Mido, Andrade El Idolo, Rey Fenix, and the Joker. So who was the Joker? Now, this was a good match, certainly a good way to do a ladder match, kind of like a casino battle royal coming out at all intervals. All men look good. A little bit of a jobber match, really, but a good way, a great way to open the show. Obviously, every falling off ladders being used. Every trying to get that poker chip to go on and get a world title opportunity, a world title shot. But yeah, a really physical match to open All Out 2022. Yeah, I enjoyed it. And you had some guys in black hoods attack the rest of the guys. One of the guys went up, got the poker chip, took his hood off, whatever, and it was Stokely Holloway. The other four men were Ethan Page, Lee Moriarty, the Gun Club, and Big Cass, W.M. Morrissey. Out comes the Joker. No one knows who he is. Very mysterious, got a mask on. Great way to play it. Stokely hands in the poker chip, and your winner was the Joker. But like I said, a good way to do it here. Kind of coming on throughout the show and build out who was it and the surprise. So yeah, like I said, a good way to do it. Give me 1 second here. Just 1 second, guys. Well, do this description, check it out. 1 second. So on to the next match, and it was, and again, I've not got a graphic for this, but a trios match for the trios titles. It was the Elite taking on the Dark Order. This was a good match. Excuse me. The problem with AEW matches or AEW pay-per-views and matches, they're just way too long. They just go on forever and ever 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 and ever. Felt like a lot of shootings in this match between Kenny and Hangman Adam Page. It did go on forever, super kick party, buckshot lariat, Hangman and Kenny Omega with the one-winged angel. Yeah, this was a good match. I would have had the Dark Order win, but your trios champions here are the Elite. Going on to the next one, which was for the TBS Women's Championship, the undefeated Jade Cargill taking on Athena. This was an all-right match. Not really done much with Athena since going to AEW. This was all right. Really not much to say in this one. Athena looks good. She had a finisher early on, almost got the win. Yeah, it was a nice, decent match, but still, TBS Women's Champion still undefeated, 34-0, Jade Cargill. Now, you can be undefeated. You can be a winner in life. And this is exactly how you get that done. This is exactly how you do it. So yes, pros and T's, Goldman's, all 5 design. I want to TJ each and every single one. As we go on to the next match here, about another 10,000 matches to go, but there you go. That's what happens with AEW. So the next match was Wardlaw and FTR taking on Jay Lethal on the Motor City Machine Guns. Great to see that Motor City Machine Guns have been around for years, so they're filing a big show, a big pay-per-view. This was good. High-flying action galore from Motor City Machine Guns. This didn't really last too long, didn't really go the distance like other matches did. Wardlaw super over, the fans chanting Wardlaw. FTR proving why they're one of the greatest tag teams in the world today. 3 tag team titles in their presence. Jay Lethal was kind of just in there. He looks a little old, if I'm going to admit. A good match here, ending with the Powerbomb Symphony from F. Wardlaw. So you already know, if you didn't know, now you know that your winners were F. Wardlaw and FTR. Rolling on to the next match, which was, hang on here, so it was Ricky Starks one-on-one against Powerhouse Hobbs. This was all right. I thought they were making Ricky Starks a star, but this was just a squash match. Powerhouse Hobbs just dominating Ricky, staying on Ricky, trying to make him some mate, just beating him down. And then spear, 1, 2, 3, and just like that, your winner, Powerhouse Hobbs. On to the next one here, and it was a championship match. In fact, it was for the tag team titles. It was Keith Lee. It was Isaiah. It was Swerve Strickland. It was Swerve in Our Glory. It was an AEW World Tag Team title match against the Acclaimed. Now, this was big for the Acclaimed to be in, a big match for them to be in. They do seem super popular. I don't like them. I don't really get them. Don't really get the raps. So I think they go a bit over the top. But and the scissor me daddy thing is just wrong and stupid and all of that. But the fans love them. This was a big match for them to be in. And this was a good match. He almost came close many times to winning the title, to taking the gold home. Lots of high-flying action. Keith Lee was stellar in this match. As I Swerve Strickland was fantastic. This was a match I wasn't really that interested in because I knew we were kind of going to win here. But yeah, it was all right. It was a nice match. And if you didn't know, you will now, because you're winners of this one and still AEW Tag Team Champions, Swerve in Our Glory. On to the next one, and I'm hearing you say, and it was a fatal four-way match for the vacant women's title. It was Hikaru Shida, Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker, and Toni Storm. This was my first ever look at Jamie Hayter here. She impressed me. She was very good looking, I think. Britt and Jamie certainly worked well together as a team. They took out Hikaru Shida on the ramp. Hikaru did come back with some kendo sticks. Jamie was trying to get the pin on Toni, but Britt very quickly turned on her. Britt, well, all these winning, in fact, but Britt really came close to winning. But it was Toni Storm coming out on top to come on the brand new AEW Women's Champion. So big win for her. And yeah, a big win for her. So we'll go on to the next match and then take a small little break here. And the next one was Christian Cage toe to toe with Jungle Boy. This didn't really last long at all. Luchasaurus turning on Jungle Boy again. A chokeslam onto solid steel. An incredible bump for Jungle Boy to take. Then smashed into a table, into the ring. Spear, I'm pretty sure it was over just like that. And Christian Cage came out on top as the winner. So let's have a little break here. Let's drink some champagne and let's watch this, shall we? So, to keep up to speed with everything I do, and you know you want to do, and me, follow me, all of that. And again, and me, follow me, all of that. As we go into another match here, and it was a wrestling clinic, because it was Chris Jericho versus the Brian Danielson. Chris Jericho reverting back to the Lionheart days. You know, Chris Jericho keeps reinventing himself, and that's what's great about Mr. Y2J. Back and forth action. Jericho trying to make Brian tap. Brian trying to make Jericho submit. A lot of mat-based wrestling, a lot of round game wrestling, absolute wrestling classic. You know, this is what AEW does. WWE don't do wrestling, but now with Triple H involved, you know, now Triple H is head of creative, when we will see more wrestling. But yeah, a fantastic match, a show stealer. Jericho, after all these years, showing he still has it. Brian Danielson showing he's still one of the best. I was feeling pretty tired at this point. It was like, this was a good match, but I wasn't really into it. I got the prediction wrong with this one as well. Yeah, a really physical match, storytelling match. And Jericho had this win because he came out and emerged as your winner. On to the next one, and it was another six-man match. It was Sting, Darby Allin, and Miro taking on the House of Black. This was another all-right match. Miro and Darby Allin kind of being the man of the match, I suppose you could say, men of the match, I suppose you could say. In this one, Sting, after all these years, still got it, but I do think that the six-man thing does protect him. House of Black came close to winning here. I would have had House of Black win because Aleister Black isn't happy with how he's being treated in AEW. Let's face it, he's not the greatest push in the world. It wouldn't shock me if he's back in WWE anytime soon. I think this spurred his release on even more. So if I can find the graphic here. Give me a second. 1 second. One small little second here. So 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to turn my So, sorry about that. So, your winners in this contest were indeed Sting, Darby Allin, and Miro. So, let's get to it. What everybody's talking about, the main event, which was this one. So, it was for the AEW World Title. Jon Moxley taking on Chicago's own CM Punk. By this point, I was tired. Everybody was tired of 5-6 hour pay per view, including the buy-in. They sorted out with Jon Moxley taking Punk into the crowd, beating him up, throwing him against stuff, trying to destroy him, busting him open quite quickly, smashing his head onto steps, into the match. Absolutely brutal, blood all over. Storytelling match here. Lots of people didn't enjoy this, and I can maybe see why. It was just Moxley just being brutal and beating up Punk, really no character behind him or anything. Moxley with a paradigm shift. Moxley trying to tap out CM Punk. Punk did not want to give up. Punk hitting the go to sleep. Moxley kind of collapsing over him. Up. Another go to sleep. 1, 2, 3. And the two-time AEW champion is this man right here. CM Punk. But it's not over yet, because on the Titantron, a call from Tony Khan is played. A little promo back in Ring of Honor saying CM Punk saying about the devil. On the screen, he takes off his mask, puts on the scarf, and it is MJF. He comes out, he gets popped and cheered for, just like I thought he was going to do. Flips a bird, and that is it. So I'm going to give this 8 stars out of 10. I did think it was a more than decent pay-per-view and a fantastic, great way to end the weekend. But we're not done here yet, because we got to get some promotion. And it always starts with PMP, pancakes, and power slams. Dr. Chris Featherstone will talk about a wrestling subject. They also have their own page. They also have their own YouTube. And on the Sportskeeda page before this, directly after, an hour after NXT, Chris will interview a wrestler, and tonight will be Brian Kendrick. So PMP, Pancakes and Pound, I'm going to check them out. If you like your podcasts, 2 here for you. The first one being this. So Dawn Cast. That's right, Domcast. Go and check it out. Give it a listen. The second podcast is this one. So In Time Wrestling Podcast. Go and give this a listen, check it out, and let me know what you think of it. If you like your your e-feds, then there's 3 here for you. The first one being this one. So TWF Network. Go and check it out. The second one being this one. Oh, sorry, this one. So that is obviously, as you can see, ASPW All-Star Pro Wrestling Network. Do indeed go and check it out. And last but never least, the third one is REW Radar Extreme Wrestling. Billy does have his own protein tee, so you need to go and buy a t-shirt and support. And that is here. So Billy Ray Dog on Pro Wrestling Tees. Go and check it out. Go and buy one. Support him. Buy a t-shirt. If you like your promo-based e-feds, then I have two here for you. The first one being this. So, PPA Promo Performance Alliance. They do have their own YouTube, and there it is, PPA Promo Performance Alliance. Go and check them out. And the other page you're going to want to really be a part of, because I'm on it, and that is this. So NAW, New Albany Wrestling. Go and check it out and acknowledge me as I do my promo that I kick ass and I win titles. Now back to me, because I'm the most important here. So, Protein Tees, Goldman's All 5 Designs, and me on Facebook, Ricky JP, and you can indeed become a part of this, and you will want to. It is certainly hotting up. The Battle of the Nation Championship WWE AEW Predictions League. Follow me on Twitter, RickTheRock30. You're looking out for my link tree, RickyG34, but more importantly, my blog, the Golden Blog, the best blog, the best blog. There's no better blog than me, because I'm the best. I'm number 1, 2, 3, and it is the blog, the Golden Blog, so check it out. WWA World Wrestling Lines on Facebook, give it a like. For those month-long shout-outs, it is easy, it is simple. You simply like and subscribe. Here are two reminders, as always. The first one right there. And the second one right here. So, Protein Tees, link free, like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. Facebook, WWA, and never forgetting Twitter. So that's another review done, but I'm not done this week, because coming your way tomorrow night is the WrestleFest review. There'll be another movie review coming your way this week. So that is WrestleFest review tomorrow, and then another movie review live on Friday. But for now, it is Ricky Goldman